Hi, welcome to the best university, University of Florida, Gainesville. We bring this series about education in America to help prospective students keen on going to the USA. This is a product of hard work by our team of professionals and the faculty members who visited various universities in America. This will help to create an understanding among the students about the universities and university education of the USA. In this episode, we focus on University of Florida, Gainesville. The university founded in 1853 was public, coeducational and research university. The university with its headquarters in North Central Florida has a 2,000-acre sprawling campus. It is a member of the State University System of Florida. It is one of the oldest universities of Florida.
We have ongoing research on, like I said, how to control flow, how to reduce turbulence. When you fly an aircraft, if there is bumpiness in the flight, how to control that flight bumpiness, that is called turbulence. How to reduce drag, that means less fuel consumption so that we can save energy. There is a lot of work going on solar energy, solar power. There is research going on soft matter within the university.
This university have a very beautiful campus and also have like a lot of hardworking people, and the environment is really good. And Dr. Roy here helps us like doing all like our works. He is like a very helpful and supportive supervisor to me.
Florida is a great place. One of the nice things about Florida is especially people from Andhra Pradesh or Telangana or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or Kerala, the weather is very similar in some ways, so they will feel at home, and there are lots of Indian students here. Of course, the whole of India, this message is the same, that the weather is in Florida is wonderful, and you will feel almost at home.
Gainesville actually is a student town, so as a student you do not have to be scared about the safety, because they provide maximum security and safety for students. And commutation, even if you live off campus, is very good, because there are a lot of buses which ply from various parts of Gainesville itself to the university. So for students it is a very safe town, and it is a very good town to live in.
The US News and World Report's 2016 edition of Best Colleges and Regional Universities gave the university the 47th rank. The university was classified by Carnegie Foundation as a research university with high research activity.
The coursework is such that there is a midterm in general, and there are quizzes all along the semester, and also there are homework. And each one of them are graded. In most cases, even the homework will be graded. So if you start failing in any one of them, or and each one has a reasonable percentage to your weightage to your final grade.
We also have faculty members from all over the world. We have a number of faculty members from India, from China. Again, from a student's perspective, seeing and learning with people that come from the same culture is really nice. And they're there as mentors, they're there to lead them along. And I think we have that to offer our students.
We fund all our PhD students because it doesn't make sense for a student to pay their own way for a PhD. So most students also want funding, and that makes a good relation. So these fundings come from projects that we get from industry, from government. So the project is fairly well defined. So typically a student comes, and if I have one or two projects, then I tell, would the student be interested in working in area A or B, problem A or problem B? And most of the time students are interested, they start working on it, and they develop a liking. So this is how the matching is made as to what project the student will be working on. Now, one thing I should mention, that the students have every right after 6 months, if they don't like it, they can go up and say, look, I don't like it.
The Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges recognized the University of Florida to award bachelor's, master's, specialist and doctoral programs. Under the purview of the university, there are several colleges have been extending bachelor's, master's and doctoral degrees.
Mechanical and aerospace engineering in general, I consider the majors to be fairly broad in discipline. So we are kind of one of those foundational engineering departments, in my opinion, where we actually have focuses in many, many different directions. Mechanical and aerospace engineers work in the area of dynamic systems and controls, and that has applications from healthcare to space to robotics to autonomous vehicles to energy management. We work in manufacturing. We do some really novel work in 3D printing of, actually this is a good example where we've printed these jellyfish, and these jellyfish are made out of polymers with very hierarchical structures from large scales to very delicate scales.
Computer science and computer engineering are two different departments. Computer engineering is more hardware oriented and computer science is more software oriented. So the funding opportunities in EC department at University of Florida is, I would say, better as compared to other universities, as there are 2 NSF centers for research, which are like very highly funded by various companies in the United States. So the EC department gets funding from around 40 to 50 different companies, which are funded, like some of them are government companies, some of them are privately owned companies. So UF gets a lot of funding from them.
When it comes to computer engineering, there are a lot of courses in the computer engineering area. But when it comes to embedded systems, there are comparatively less. And most of the research work and the funding is given in the to the computer engineering area. So if you're really thinking about pursuing a career in computer engineering, then University of Florida definitely should be one of the universities on your list.
The University Alumni Association was founded in 1906. It has more than 4 lakh members. It ensures that the old students do not sever bonds with their alma mater. Through implementing various programs, it acts as a bridge between the students and the university. Astronaut Kevin A. Ford, Senator Marco Antonio Rubio, actress Faye Dunaway, TV commentator Erin Andrews, Attorney Carol Browner are some of the notable alumni of the university.
In mechanical and aerospace engineering, there are 3 main divisions. One is thermal sciences and fluid mechanics. The other is solid mechanics and manufacturing. And the third area is dynamics and control. So a student coming hopefully will have already know which of these 3 areas they want to go to. Once you have that, then each area has about 15 professors or 20 professors in those areas. So they can find whether they like fluid mechanics or whether they want to do experiments or whether they want to do theoretical work. So a student naturally find the 2-3 faculty whose research they like.
Some students who look for just doing your master's here and then going for a job, and the other half of students go for research oriented work, academia, and they want to do PhD further. So if you want to just complete your masters and are going to look forward for jobs, then please try and select universities which have, as my other friend also mentioned, any good cities around with industrial belts. Like if I'm from mechanical engineer, I would look for mechanical industries around, because companies which are based further apart, they are supposed to provide you compensation and other stuff like that if you're far apart, and they favor students closer to their own area. So if you guys are looking for jobs, that's what I would suggest, to look around the areas where there's of course good industries present.
There is a process within the university where you apply directly, and as you apply, there is a committee that reviews those applications, and they send the rest of the faculty those few selected applications based on some cut-off criteria. And once we look at those resumes or those applications, if an individual faculty is interested, they will offer that person, that student, assistantship. And there are some scholarships also available within the university and outside the university, like national scholarships.